Welcome to the Jolt Creativity Pregame Show. Jolt Creativity. Destroy the lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jolt Creativity Pregame Show ahead of an exciting Futsal Champions Series matchup tonight in Grand Rapids. I'm Jared Kleppel bringing you the action tonight along with the whole FCS Live production crew on site and remote. It's going to be an awesome one tonight. Ole coming in 5-0, going to be facing off against Lansing City, who are currently at 4-3. For the Ole side, actually first, let's take a look at this whole game as a whole. Let's put that one up on the screen. So Ole Futsal, they're at 5-0, Lansing City at 4-3. And tonight is a rematch of possibly one of the best games that we have seen in FCS history, in maybe on U.S. soil. That was the question that was posited by the third half several weeks ago when this game took place just over 80 days ago in the Lansing City Arena. Ole opened it up open up the season by going down early, tie game for a lot of the game. Lansing City was up, and then Ole came back with the victory, and they have kept their unbeaten record. Let's talk about Ole just for a little bit here. After speaking with a couple of their players on the third half, this was kind of clear. They were not happy with that first outing despite the win. They did not think it was the best game that had been played on U.S. soil or on the FCS. In fact, they felt like that they struggled in the game. They had particular poor moments. This was both from Frankie Mendoza and Cesar Alayo. They talked about their slow start to the game. So tonight, they are looking to put a stamp on their game, a stamp on home court advantage, and really continue their undefeated season, undefeated in the FCS, and they want to show that that game against Lansing should not have been as close as it was then. We're going to be looking to players like, of course, Aaron Gomez, Cesar Martinez are going to be in the starting five. Also, David Zavala is getting the nod for the starting five. He's been in the starting five a couple of times this season. He's a newer player. Did have an impact in the first one against Lansing City with a goal late in the game. I think it was to tie it up, was his goal with Mose Crawford's deflection. On the other side, for Lansing City, they're at 4-3. They are coming in to try to be the first ones to beat Ole in the FCS. They have never lost yet, but Lansing City, a loss here puts them at 4-4, right in the middle of the table. Even though they are in the playoffs, you're fighting for seeding here. They're trying to get a win, a draw at least to fight for seeding. Being 4-4 with just 2 games left to play, they do have Innovation at home, and then they will see, I believe it is Shoreline for the only time this year. So this is a big one for them. And of course, even just on the level of Lansing City versus Ole, it seems like we're always getting great games out of these two teams when they play. So of course, they're trying to be the first ones to take down Ole. We are going to send you to the court right after this intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Grand Rapids, Michigan, for tonight's Futsal Champions Series match as Ole Futsal Club take on Lansing City for the second time this year to show down a rematch of what could be, some consider, the best game that has been played in the FCS earlier this year. We're going to see how it happens in Grand Rapids tonight. The story for this game: Lansing City traveling to Grand Rapids to take on the unbeaten Ole. Let's take you to courtside. I'm Jared Kleppel bringing you the action tonight. Let's take a look at those starting lineups before we get started. In goal for Ole, Mendoza, as well as Esquivel, Martinez, Gomez, and Zavala is their starting five. Lansing City, Castaneda in net, Fisher, Ahmad, Saltzman up top, and Kleppel to round out their starting five. And we have kickoff. We are ready to go for Ole Futsal, Lansing City in Grand Rapids. That ball to Lito Esquivel goes a little bit long on the counter from Aaron Gomez.
I know you have to do your job too. Best you can. Thank you.
Here is David Zavala looking for space with the left foot. Castaneda is able to keep him out. And a follow-up from Gomez goes high. Castaneda in net for Lansing City, in that Lansing City orange. He has been a big player for them this year in net, stepping up in a big way. Some troubles last year for Lansing City and giving away easy goals. Not just, of course, Castaneda, but from around their team as well. Giveaways in the back and possibly an easy one here, but Saltzman is there with Castaneda. Looks like he had a collision with Castaneda, and he is slow to get up here on the collision with Saltzman. You can tell he's trying to shake it off. He's performed so well this year. And, of course, with the likes of Frankie Mendoza in net on the other side, there is of course, he's one of the best goalkeepers in the league. Castaneda will look to have a large impact and matching the play of the goalkeeper on the other side. Cesar Martinez in the back for Ole. Working with Gomez and Cesar Layo as well already. Moving to their second line. These quick rotations for Ole Futsal. One of their strengths for sure. Having three lines of players that can all play as this shot gets deflected and it's out for a Ole corner. Ball into play across the face of goal. Put into the back of the net by number 4, Danny Diaz, opening up the scoreline, as he has done so often in his time at Ole, being on the back post, or in this case, right in the middle. Lyle fed it to him, and a little touch is all it took for Danny Diaz to put this Ole team up 1-0. Not even 2 minutes into the match. So the first goal of the match to Ole, and how does it come? It's a set piece in the corner. Coach Fabian Rodriguez has been always the one who draws up the plays and takes special attention to those set pieces. Bad giveaway here. Can Ole capitalize? Not this time, as Alayo steals it from Cernuda. See Cesar Alayo there donning the captain's armband for this Ole squad. Had the assist in the earlier goal. And nearly had another one there. Him and Danny Diaz actually connected for a couple of goals the first time these two teams met earlier this season. I believe they assisted each other once apiece. So 2 goals for Ole, each coming. One from Caesar to Danny and one the other way around. This time it's J.R. Real on the far side. Ali Ahmed facing him up. Real turns his back. Looking for an opportunity to turn. He does. Ball comes up, hits the hand of Cernuda, no call. And it will be an Ole kick in on the far side. I believe the goal is going to get reset here. And with 16:45 to go, ball gets put back into play. Elia working with Real, 1-2. And coming to the rescue on defense for Lansing City as Luciano Cernuda as he puts it into play here. Little chip looking down the line. Trezor Crispain. Ball bumped out of bounds. Klepper will put it back in. Can Crispain make something of it here? Not on the first try. The follow-up is there. Beto Espinal pulls Lansing City even. The chip from Kleppel finding Crispain in the middle. He fought through, tried to split Mose Crawford as well as Mendoza, was able to get the ball free, and Beto Espinal, number 9 for Lansing City, follows it up and puts it away on the empty net. If you've been watching Lansing City play, particularly games Beto Espinal has been in, it won't be a surprise to you. This is a player that Coach Matt Alashari has spoken very highly of, particularly recently. And actually this past week I had a chance to speak with him. And he particularly pointed out Beto Espinal as one of the players that would help Lansing City get over the kind of roller coaster play that they have had, you know, throughout the year. Some really high highs and some low lows. And Beto is a player that has helped straighten that out, as this one is not going to go their way. A little chip, and it is just mistimed. Looks like Ethan Jansen was trying to get on the end of it, and Castaneda thought he would get a touch, never did. Or maybe he did, I couldn't quite tell. It looked like he didn't get a touch. And Castaneda watches it go into the back of the net. Nothing he can do about it. Second goal for Ole. Just moments after Lansing City draw even. And if you've watched Ole play, you know that those are definitely not the type of goals that you want to give them. Looks like we have a little bit of a issue with our receiving the cameras here. We'll get those back up shortly. So with 15-16 left, Ole are up. Two to 1 here. And bear with us here as we look to sort out these issues.
no fouls.
And as we work to get these cameras back up, we appreciate you bearing with us. We did get word that Lansing City have tied it up through a goal by Jack Fisher. And we are now at 2-2 here in Grand Rapids.
He's trying to figure something out with the last thing. I put him in link in right now. No, it's a double touch by the goalkeeper. I put a link in for Cam 2. I have to stop Cam 1 to fix that.
Kleppel steps up after the second touch. And it looks like he thought there was a touch on. It was an indirect free kick, and it did not touch a player, says the referee. So no goal for Lansing City there. It looks like we are having a stoppage of play for a moment. Cesar Martinez did go down.
Chance to change camera 1, but I changed camera 2's left.
So I believe that was a foul against Lansing City.
Stop the stream. See if you have it now. That's 1 2.
Zavala going down the line, stopped by Kleppel. Keeps it in bounds. Going to the middle. Bumped by Zavala, no call. Last touch by Ole. So Fisher will put this one into play. He chips it to the far post area and sent in. But no Lansing City player in sight on the other end of Cernuda's ball. And now quickly the other way. Cesar Martinez on the far side. Brings it into Gomez. Ball inside, takes a deflection. And Ole get another one. That just bounces in the net. Who did that come off of? I think it might have been Crispane in the middle. It was. Zavala was trying to find Martinez. Ball came in and it never found him, but Crispane not able to deflect it away from his net. And another one conceded by Lansing City in a fashion far too easy against an opponent like Ole. And there was a foul recorded earlier from Ole. We're currently at 1 foul apiece here. And that will be their second one there. So 2 fouls for Ole. As this one is put into play, Kleppel with it. Tries to find Cernuda. Touched out of bounds. Cernuda plays it in. Espinal right back to him. And his attempt is blocked.
Zoom out a little bit.
This ball will be put into play by not Alayo. Vasquez steps up, has to reset it on the line. And he will go to work with J.R. Real. Real and now Danny Diaz. Diaz puts it across, deflected out. Espinal now. Ball in, and Alayo nearly connecting with Danny Diaz once again, as they did earlier today, to open up the scoreline. 5 goals already between these two squads within the first 9 minutes. Nearly matching the scoreline of the last game played here on this court. Actually, no, 2 games ago, as this shot is taken by Johan Vasquez. And put out of play, will be restarted through Castaneda. Couple trying to get it out of the back. Instead, it's a shot from Real. Kick save by Castaneda. Corner for Ole. Real will take it. They go short. Now he's trying to get inside. Working with Danny Diaz. Johan Vasquez goes down. And it will be the second foul committed by Lansing City. So 2 apiece here, halfway into the first half. Here in a packed house in Grand Rapids. Alayo across the floor to J.R. Real. 2 players inside. They both split. To Vasquez, brings it out from the corner. Right back to Vasquez at the halfway line. Ole keeping possession, looking for a way forward. A nice diagonal, and can't be controlled by Vasquez as Lansing City look to make a big change. Beto will take a seat in favor of Jack Fisher. And Cernuda will win that one there as Kleppel brings it up from the back. Tries to split the defense. Danny's there. Now Kleppel turns with it. Double coming. Able to keep it. And now Ali Ahmed will switch the point of attack to the far side. Cernuda with a shot blocked by Mendoza. Actually, his first recorded save tonight on that play. This ball sent over the top to Mose Crawford. Left foot outside of the foot. Had Pablo Real lurking around the arc, but not able to connect with him. Kick in for Lansing City on the far side. Barney puts it into Kleppel. Kleppel has a shot blocked. And Lansing City will have another kick in. Looks like Ethan Jansen got whistled for a third foul against Ole here with 8:47 to go. 2 in the wall for Ole. Kleppel stands over it. He's got Barney and Fisher to his right, Chris Spain at the back post. Mendoza sets up the wall. Kleppel puts it off the right side of the wall. Corner for Lansing. Ball comes in. Off the corner. Kleppel left foot hits it wide. Castaneda puts it into play. Looking up the floor to Chris Spain. Tries to turn. A little bit of space. Blocked by Jansen. Ole not out of it yet. Kleppel left foot. Blocked again by Jansen. Mose Crawford looks down the floor. And it's collected by Lansing City. Now here is Lito Esquivel. Little chip down the line. Try to find Pablo Real running onto it. It's not there for him. So now Kleppel working with Barney in the back. Chris Spain now holding up play. Looks like he got kicked in the back of the leg, and it will be foul number 4 against Ole. Kleppel stands over it. Goes for goal. Mendoza with the save. And he keeps Lansing City out, maintaining this 1-goal advantage. Kleppel puts the ball up the floor looking for Chris Spain. He settles. Tries to work with Barney, not there. Zavala the other way. Quickly in the possession of Lansing. Left foot strike from Barney. Saved by Mendoza. And that one gets booted out of play for a kick-in. You can see the crowd in the back filling the whole far side of the stadium here in Grand Rapids as Frankie Mendoza in the pink goalkeeper uniform for Ole comes across the halfway line and will be joining the attack for the time being as this ball comes right by Aaron Gomez in the back post area. The attack originating from that man right there, Zavala. Another great opportunity for Ole. They have another one here. Shot just misses a little bit off to the left-hand side for Cesar Martinez. Castaneda sends it long. Out of bounds in favor of Lansing City. Timeout. Lansing City with just under 6 minutes to play here in Grand Rapids. Today's match is sponsored by Ally Marketing. If you are looking for a partner in the marketing space that treats you more like a friend than like a number in their checkbook, take a look at Ally Marketing. AllyMarketing.us, the official marketing partner of the Futsal Champions Series. Ally Marketing, let's be friends. 3-2, Ole. 4 fouls for Ole and 2 for Lansing City. Here with just under 6 minutes to go. We see assistant coach Jacob Derby taking the lead tonight, with Coach Matt Alashari not present. Currently in the middle of the standings, looking to improve to 5-3. Well, as Ole, of course, they are at number 1. They have not lost this year, and they have not lost in the FCS period, going back to when they joined last year. The only result that was not 3 points was a draw in their very first FCS match against Midwest United. But right here, David Saltzman off the timeout has a toe poke slapped away by Mendoza. Right out of the timeout, pressure put on by Lansing City, and Mendoza's able to keep them out. Lito Esquivel content to hold the ball in the back. Ole will make a substitution. And now Esquivel gets things going. Elia with the chip. Trying to find Danny Diaz. His touch well over Lito. Making the run down the sideline. Couple puts it into play. And now high press from Ole. What can Lansing do here? Jeremy Kleppel put this one into play. Blocked by Danny Diaz right in front of him. And into the possession of Ole. J.R. Real and Alayo in the back. Real skipping down the floor on the far side. Stepping in is Espinal, I believe. Forcing Ole backwards. Now at the foot of Alayo. Looking for a way forward, not there. Lansing City looking for a transition opportunity. There's 3 back for Ole, and Cernuda can't get past them all. Castaneda out of net. Sliding, putting an end to that attack. Might not feel great about his start with a couple of goals that were far too easy to let in. Not necessarily his fault on them, but certainly not a great feeling for a goalkeeper. If you're going to get beat, you want the other team to be earning every single one. Ole now in the back. Lansing City with high pressure. Alayo is looking for the 1-2. But instead, it's all the way up to Danny Diaz and out of bounds in favor of Lansing. Here's Beto Espinal. Under heavy pressure. Keeps it at his foot. And now Cernuda on the far side. Up the floor. Turning inside was Ali Ahmed. Defense from Ole all over him. Ole make a line change immediately into Ethan Jansen coming off the bench and not quite ready for it. Ethan Jansen credited with that third goal from Ole. And one that I believe, or it might have been the second goal. Yeah, I think it was the second goal that Castaneda came out on and thought there'd be a touch, but instead it just bounced by. So must have been Jansen who got a touch on it. Now with 2.5 to go in the first. Ole, take it, looking for transition. Nowhere to go. Now Saranuda tries to go down the line, puts it into the center, but Mendoza's there. Did the ball go out first? I think that's probably the whistle. Yes, it is. And Mose Crawford will put it into play. Ball played into Jansen. Still has it at his foot after going to the ground. Ball in possession of Lansing. Kleppel working with Ahmed in the back. Now Fisher, ball in. Looked like it got a piece, thought it was a hand for a moment, but must not have been. And now an opportunity for Mose Crawford as he's met by Castaneda and sends it well over. So Castaneda will get things going. And wow, that looked like a shot taken by Jack Fisher. Quickly pops up though. And play will continue. Fisher tripped up and will draw the 5th foul from Ole. You can see he's feeling the collision that he had. I think it was with Pablo Real.
That was number 3. That's his second, guys.
So that will be 5th foul for Ole in his last minute and 16 or so. Any more fouls will result in a 10-meter penalty for Lansing City from here on out the rest of the half. Kleppel, left foot, right into the wall. Puts it back into play once again. Chip to the far side. And possession won by Pablo Real. Fighting for it up top. Real and Fisher once again. And now possession for Lansing City. Just over a minute to play. Kleppel walking it up. Another collision there between Fisher and Real. And ball will stay in possession of Lansing. Down the line they go. Saranuda. Defensive pressure from Ole, winning that ball back. And they will make presumably their final line change of the half. As their starting 4 are back on the floor. I believe that is timeout for Ole with 39 seconds to go. So both teams will take a pause and talk over what this final 40 seconds or so will look like. And if you have been enjoying the match so far, be sure to tune in to the third half every Thursday at 8 p.m. Talk about all things FCS. And welcoming on special guests from around the league every Thursday live here on YouTube at 8 p.m. Don't miss the third half. So Coach Fabian Rodriguez taking this timeout. 39 seconds to go, drawing up something to try to increase this lead before heading to the locker room. Zavala starts on it, and he leaves quickly. Mendoza up the floor. 5 attackers for Ole. Esquivel at the point. He's got Martinez he's working with. Diagonal in. Zavala back to Mendoza. His shot will go well wide. Castaneda goes short. Gomez putting heavy pressure on. Breaking pressure through the pivot. Up there is David Saltzman. Kleppel down the line. Tripped up. And no call. Wow. Kleppel can't believe it. Certainly looked like he got bumped going down the line there. And the official just a meter or so away after putting the whistle in his mouth, waving his arms. No foul, he says, as we tick down to just a few seconds to go. Gomez will put this one in. No, he won't. From Martinez, can they get one at the very end? Just like that. In the final seconds of the first half, Ole double their lead. Great ball from Martinez. And a nice touch from David Zavala, burying it into the back of the net. And once again, a set piece results in a goal for Ole. As time expires, in half number 1, Ole 4, Lansing City 2. We're going to go to a quick ad break, and on the other side, it is the Ally Marketing halftime show. And then second half action will follow. You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live. We're ticking down to the final moments. Shoreline City trying to put something together. Aldoni Mendez, he's shielding off Hasevic's toe poke, finds the back of the net. Shoreline's up by 1 with a minute to play.
Wow, Aldoni Mendez just showing his intelligence to shield the ball, to not let Hasevic come through, and just to prevent, I mean, Hasevic is pulling at him, just prevent any.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Going to the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
McKenzie plays it in. Gets it right back to Ramsey Termanini. Weisenhunt's across. Whoa! Hold up! Ramsey Termanini from the circle.
And just like that, Jenga is back in this match. What a shot from Termanini from deep.
My.
Unbelievable. He unleashes just power.
Placement to the upper 90 back post, and the lead is ultimately asking the question, like, was this the best match of futsal on U.S. soil? From a perspective of an entire 40 minutes of futsal, two teams that are playing really good futsal. It's back and forth, but not because it's chaotic.
The intensity just kept increasing.
Yeah.
And it started at kickoff.
Very little drop-off or mistake, and they just keep playing that really good futsal. This is what it's supposed to look like right here. There's no doubt that the environment, it's a part of what makes the game what it is. But I think like this is a game that if you took all that away and you just watched the game, it would be amazing still.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
They're currently down 2. Here's Hindich at the near post. She slots it in. What a placement.
Yeah, fantastic
from number 9,
placement.
Medina Hindich. So take another look.
That's what,
wow.
You know, Ole has to be frustrated with the goalkeeping.
I was pleasantly surprised with how we did. I feel like we did compete to the level that we could. I think you could definitely tell like our lack of experience. I think some of our goals were generally just some mistakes, and I think it's like a combination of nerves and just not, having the experience playing at the pace that we were playing. It's really fast, and I think if we tighten that up, like we could have, stayed.
Yeah.
Really like there with them, which is cool. I think for our first game, especially going against a team like Ole, I was really proud of the way we played.
Yeah.
Made a fantastic play. You want to make that pass to the back foot and really give your teammate an opportunity just to slide it home first time, but Aldama was not able to handle it.
Midwest are able to work it up. How about this back post? A pretty goal. Raul Montañez doubles the lead.
Look, Aldama could not handle the pass to put it away himself, so he said, you know what, Montañez, I'm going to give it back to you, Raul. With a little back heel flick, just roll over, give it back to him. Montañez.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
The attack.
Kleppel now with it. Space inside. Shot. He finds the back of the net. Lansing City up by 1.
We haven't said it yet this season, but what a rocket from Jeremy Kleppel across.
Lyle turning his back. trying to get in front of it and also protect himself as Kluppel finds the side net and gives Lansing.
Committing a crime so you can try to escape from prison. Bad idea. Go into the pod escape room to play an escape game with your friends. Great idea. Test your skill as an astronaut in outer space. Find Santa in Save Christmas. Or take a vacation to an abandoned island. Just don't get stuck there. The Pod Escape Room. Learn more at thepodlansing.com.
Nice run out of here at Lansing City. Oh, excellent play. Lansing City with a goal. We were just talking about Ole's ability to make the extra pass, and wouldn't you know it, Lansing City does the same exact thing.
Like, if I'm a fan of Midwest and I watch that game, and we have what I would be, in my opinion, one of the best keepers in the league, and he's not playing the second half.
And to Marco, what we saw, he gave up 6 goals. Lucario was in there for 20 minutes. First half, didn't give up any. And so, that's a huge disparity.
You're watching the Futsal Champions Series on FCS Live.
Welcome to the Ally Marketing Halftime Show. Ally Marketing, let's be friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ally Marketing Halftime Show here at the half. Ole on top of Lansing, 4-2. We have some halftime highlights while we get ready for the second half, so let's take a look at those right before we get to the action. And we are going to cut back to the action as second half kick is right around the corner. David Saltzman standing there. And the whistle has blown, and we are off and away for second half action here in the homeschool building in Grand Rapids. Will be a goalkeeper change for Ole Andres Montes in goal. And the Grand Rapids Neon. And still in goal for Lansing, Ethan Castaneda. Six goals in this match so far. Ole with 4, Lansing with 2. Has been mostly back and forth. Ole were the first to score. Lansing responded as Kleppel sends one up above the bar. And Montez will get his first distribution here. But Ole opened up the scoreline in that first half. Lansing City responded. With a goal of their own. And it was a couple of goals that came off of set pieces for Ole, and a couple of goals that just kind of bounced in. Castaneda misjudging one, and the other one deflecting off of Chris Spain, who was trying to keep it out of the penalty area. As it is Barney, or is that Fisher? I can't quite tell, but I think he will draw the foul on Captain Lido Esquivel for what appears to be a 6-meter penalty. So a foul occurring inside the arc. And so Jack Fisher will step up. And Andres Montes faces it 6 meters away. The whistle. Fisher steps up. It's away. Lansing City strike first in half number 2. Take another look here. Just to the right of Montez. Don't envy his position at all. Being 6 meters away from that and must stay on his line. And Lansing City get an early one here, and the lead is 1. This ball comes into Saltzman near the middle of the arc. And Esquivel is able to defend it well, and Montez will send it long for Martinez, and it's over his head. Here, just about 90 seconds into the second half, we see the first line change for Ole. Johan Vasquez, number 5 there for Ole, one of the defensive anchors for this team. And Lansing City will be whistled for the first accumulated foul of the half for either side, as that foul inside the arc resulting in a penalty kick does not count towards the accumulation. So Lansing City with 1 and Ole with 0. Cesar Alayo looking to J.R. Real. Saltzman and Castaneda both around. Alayo keeping it in the area, and Saltzman will clear it up and rock the ceiling. So kicking on the near side for Alayo. So we see the first substitutes for Lansing City as well. Crispane in the match, and Ahmed as well. And Ali Ahmed will be cautioned on his foul against Cesar Alayo. So it will be J.R. Real who steps up, just one on the wall for Lansing City. Cernuda also around, trying to minimize his options. Danny Diaz is down the line. Instead, he goes backwards. Vasquez forced out of bounds, but will retain possession. We do have 2 fouls for Lansing here after that last whistle, as they take over with a kicking in the back, and Kleppel will ask for his space. Cernuda getting around 1, and Alayo's there to clean it up. You see J.R. Real reacting there. Thought the ball belonged to him, but instead Lansing City up the floor, and now Cernuda to put it in. Kleppel up top. A little bit of space, left foot just out of the reach of Trezor Crispane. You see Coach Fabian Rodriguez coaching up, I believe that is Pablo Real, on the sideline. Sorting some things out there. Providing a lot of strategy for this Ole team. Very systemic in how they play. All players buying into the system, and it's worked out very well for them. Cernuda a little poke in, and J.R. Real will be whistled. And he is going to be cautioned as well. And J.R. Real clearly doesn't agree with it. But it will be the first accumulated foul for Ole. Kleppel with a chip looking in towards Crispane. Looks like whistle hadn't blown yet, so he will retake it. Kleppel goes short this time. Going at the defenses, Ahmed. And now Ole on the attack. Danny Diaz just a little bit wide. He was looking for his second goal of the match. It's now Crispane with the opportunity, a toe poke. Not quite there for him. And Ole are up in arms after Alayo goes down, calling for I think he just got a straight red card, if I had to guess. Didn't catch what happened there. But the way that he was coming off the floor, and Ole players waving to him. That is my best guess. And we are waiting on confirmation as to what just occurred. Looks like we will have an instance of video support reviewing this. We will get the details shortly. But my guess on what I thought happened was Ole was looking for an elbow to the head against Cernuda, and I believe he was given a direct red in Lansing challenging it. That is the best guess that I have. We will wait a confirmation on that. Referees continue to discuss. And we actually do have a short clip of it. Let's take a look at it. Going down the line. And the arm of Cernuda coming across the head of Alayo with the wall right there. And the call has been confirmed after video support. Red card issued for violent conduct, as you saw right there, the arm of Cernuda coming across. It looked like he forced him into the wall as well. And so Cernuda will be sent off. And he will not be seen for the rest of this match, nor the next one at a minimum. Pair of red cards last time a match was played here in this building when Ole faced Imperial. And another one here, this time against Lansing City's Cernuda. And it looks like Alayo is okay, and that is good to see. So play will continue with 13 and a half to go. Lansing City down a player for 2 minutes of game time. Or if Ole get a goal, then they can add their next player back in. So here is the Ole attack, a shot. Alayo punishing Lansing City for that red card, putting Ole back up by 2. Finding the space that he needed, sending it to the roof, upper 90. Great placement from Cesar Alayo. And the lead is back to 2. 5-3. Kleppel, space, shot! Response from Jeremy Kleppel. Period. Montez doing everything he can to get a piece of it. Kleppel brings Lansing City back to the 1-goal margin. Here's Beto Espinal. The double gets to him and forces him out of bounds. Ole take over. Here's Mose Crawford. He's got Ethan Jansen behind him, Pablo Real to his left. And Ole breaking the high press from Lansing. And here's Pablo Real, goes down the line. Can he keep it in play? He does. And Castaneda is there to send it out. As the intensity increases in Grand Rapids, off the corner. Marcos Real mishits, out for a Lansing City kick. Kleppel now. Working with Fisher. Fisher with a strike inside. Crispin got a piece of it, but Montez is also there, coming up with the save. He's got 3 saves in this half. To the corner they go. Beto inside. Fisher, strike, miss hit. Got it with his plant foot first. And Marcos sends Fisher out. And there will be a whistle. I think the caution card is out. You might be able to hear Lansing City assistant coach Jacob Derby pleading to the referees. But it is a yellow card and the second foul for Ole. Fisher puts it in. It's a little bit out of the reach of Crispin, but he gets it. Ole now looking for a counter. Kleppel shields off Pablo Real. He goes to the ground, no whistle. Beto Espinal, nice move, getting space down the sideline. Marcos is there, continuing to shield. And ball goes out of play. Restart coming for Ole. Heavy pressure from Lansing. Fisher's able to get it. Double coming. Gets by one, puts it in, toe poke by himself. Lansing City 5, Ole 5. Toe poke to the roof. Thought that he was not going to be able to keep it in there. Splits the double and gets it above the head of Montez. And we are all square here in Grand Rapids. Jack Fisher maybe can't celebrate yet as David Zavala is quick to put Ole back out on top. 6 for Ole. Let's take another look. A 1-2. Getting by Saltzman. Castaneda got the first one, but the follow-up. Zavala was there. Looks like Lansing City wanted a handball, but none were called. And, of course, Lansing City out of their only challenge for the half. So they are not able to do anything about their thoughts about a potential handball. And it goes down as a goal for Ole. David Zavala. Already his second of the match, and it's a big one to put Ole back out in front. Beto Espinal thought he got pulled to the ground, no call. A corner for Lansing is given. Off the corner. Ole on the counter. Zavala goes down, no call. Trying to get out in transition not able to, and Martinez will collect. And he settles it down for a moment. We've got 10 more minutes of futsal here, ladies and gentlemen. Strap your seatbelts on. Martinez looks to make it 2. Ole, double the advantage. Working with Aaron Gomez, great ball, and how about the patience from Cesar Martinez? Instead of taking it first time as Castaneda expected, a small little touch and a little bit of finesse to put it to the near post. And Martinez gets a goal along with his assist. And that ball coming from Gomez. Great play there to open up the chance in less than a couple minutes. After it was all square, it is 7-5 now. Whistle blows, and Gomez looks hurt, and the whistle actually will be blown against him. I believe the official is explaining now what's going on. Gomez clearly looks like he's in pain. Still on the ground. I believe that was whistled to be foul number 3 against Ole. I think Gomez is still confused. Looks like Lito Esquivel is also communicating with the official, and the official explaining what he saw. We'll see if we can get that on a replay. We didn't get it right at first. We might be able to go back and pull it out. But the foul will go against Ole. And the way that I saw it originally, it almost looked like an attempt to take a charge like in basketball. Gomez got in front of Kleppel. And the whistle blown to stop the play as the third official is chatting with Coach Fabian Rodriguez. And Fabian Rodriguez will be challenging this call. Just as a reminder, video support being implemented when possible here in the season. Each team receives one unsuccessful challenge per half. So you can challenge as many times as you want as long as it's successful. And in order to overturn a call, the evidence must be clear and conclusive. If you want to learn more, go to futsalchampionseries.com/video support. You see Coach Fabian Rodriguez there. Lito Esquivel, the captain, speaking at the moment as the video support team goes over this challenge. I believe it's not clear to me what is challengeable about this. I don't think a common foul can be challenged, but perhaps if they felt like it fell under the violent conduct category, they could challenge that. We await the decision. And after video support, the call is upheld or confirmed. We have not been given the specifics, but in any case, it will continue as it was called originally. We are getting confirmation that the review initiated was a challenge by Ole for violent conduct, as Crispane has a try at the near post and Montez stops him. So it is confirmed that there was no violent conduct after that review. Play continues now as we tick under 10 minutes to go. Esquivel. Ball gets squirted out to Gamez and now Zavala on the far side. Nice ball on the diagonal to Martinez. And I think Crispane thought he got grabbed. And Castaneda had to make a couple of saves, and finally the whistle blows. And a direct red for Cesar Martinez in the altercation with Ethan Castaneda. And he is unsure why. I did not quite see what happened in net. We do have a replay here. Let's take a look. There's a shove going on. Castaneda trying to get back in, and the two-handed push from Martinez. Not sure what happened before that, but the official clearly saw it, and he was not happy. And so he gives the direct red to Cesar Martinez. Quick discussion here for the officials, just to make sure everyone is on the same page. Both teams have used an unsuccessful challenge, or I should say they've both challenged something this half, and it has been unsuccessful, so no more challenges from either side. And chant still being heard. And the officials continue to discuss Lito Esquivel right there. So quick communication with the off-site VSO. To confirm this. So the officials in the process of confirming the call with the VSO. Lito Esquivel clearly doesn't think it should be. Looked like in that replay, we can take another look at it if we still have it. Don't know what exactly. It kind of looked like they were a little bit tangled up. That the shove clearly coming from Martinez. And that's probably about exactly what the VSO is looking at as well. So currently being confirmed. So play is going to resume. And they are removing the red from Martinez. And Castaneda is also getting a yellow. So the red changes to a yellow. And then Castaneda also gets a yellow. And currently, Jeremy Kleppel receiving the explanation. And he looks very confused. And I would tend to agree with what we saw on the video. So explanation coming to the Lansing City bench. The final decision after VSO support. Was red card removed for Martinez, yellow card issued, and then yellow card issued to Castaneda. This discussion continues between the third official and Coach Jacob Derby. And so play will resume after that stoppage. In just a moment. We take another look at that play. And we might be able to come back to that extended replay a little bit later, but for now, play will continue. And with that foul, it will be 4 fouls apiece. Ole with 4 and Lansing City also with 4. So 11-20 to go. We had to make an adjustment to the on-screen clock, just a little bit less time on it than what was in the arena. So not even halfway through the second half yet. Already lots of action. 3 instances of video support. And now let's play some futsal. Kleppel with some space. Takes a shot, blocked right at his foot. Chip in looking for Espinal. Ball ricochets back. Kleppel first time sends it well wide. That extended break in the action. Kind of jarring the momentum of the game, which, as a reminder, was 4-5 Ole. Lansing City drew even. Well, I guess I should say it was, Lansing City drew even, and then very quickly Ole scored 2 more. Most recently off the foot of Martinez on a nice play with Gomez. And now with just over 10 to go, 7-5, a 2-goal lead for Ole, and nearly made it 3 as Real was dicing it up on the end line. And Danny Diaz not able to get a piece on the far post. Last time these two teams met earlier this year was in the Lansing City Arena. Ole won that game by a score of 6-4. Now they're on defense in the penalty arc. Kleppel pressing up. And the ball will be in the possession of Ole. But the last time these two teams played, 6-4 win for Ole. A similar scoreline here. 2-goal lead for Ole. One more goal apiece. But a lot of game left to go as Andres Montes sends it into the mix. And Ole screaming for a foul. Looks like almost their whole bench is up in arms there. And Johan Vasquez on the ground as well as Fisher. Esquivel pleading with the official there. Seemingly to no avail. Hopefully they're both okay. We see the Ole faithful cheering on their squad. They've had some very great performances in front of them this year at home, including a couple that have been by double digits against teams even like Midwest United. I think that one may have only gotten to 9. So play will restart here. Ole with it in the back. Looks like Jerry Real is hurt. He'll jog over to the bench as Jansen comes in. The 3 other players from his line waiting their turn as well. Now here is Kleppel. Gets by Esquivel, finding Ahmed. Tries to put it inside, not there. Saltzman and Crispane on the other side for Lansing. Into Saltzman, back to Ahmed. Faced up by Jansen. Tries to get by him. Jansen stands tall. Ahmed once again. Left foot. I believe it took a deflection and it'll be out for, actually no, the official is signaling a restart, so okay, never mind. I thought he was signaling the restart, but my first inclination was correct. Corner kick for Lansing City comes out. Kleppel with a shot, met at the near post by Montez. Follow up by Espinal is met once again, so a corner coming up for Lansing. Here is Crispane. 1v1 with Eliel. Back to Kleppel now. Kleppel leaves it. Jansen steps up, and he's going to win possession for Ole, and they'll get their change. Jansen, Crawford, Real. Currently on the floor for Ole. Couple of key absences for Ole. No Gabe Villagomez tonight. He had a big game in their game against Shoreline here just over a month ago, as Lansing City will be whistled for their looks like that is the 5th foul against Lansing City. So 8 minutes of being in the danger zone. Crawford's ball goes to Saltzman. Ole pressure heavy. Kleppel relieving pressure, and it will be a kick in for Real and Ole. Crawford now. Pablo Real. Working with Marcos in the back. Mentioned Gabe Villagomez as a key absence. Also, no Daniel De Leon. He's played a significant role for Ole in a few games this year. And of course, Sammy Esquivel still out on injury. He's been out the whole year. I believe he tore his meniscus shortly after the finals last year or sometime in the summer. He's yet to return. But, of course, the strength of Ole is hold up for a moment. Chris Spain, a 1v keeper. Can't get it by Montez. And you can see he wanted the back of the net there. Going over that play in his head. And it will be a keeper restart. We saw Chris Spain there for a moment with his hands in the air. He thought it was a corner. Now Beto Espinal out of the back. Up to Fisher. Fisher with the turn. Pulls it back. Left foot. Looks like that might have went off the post. Beto Espinal pulling it back. Pablo Real in front of him. Finds Fisher. Right foot. And Real gets a touch as the first line for Ole stands at the ready to enter this match. 6.5 to go. Kleppel with it. Into the corner. Right across the face of goal. And Montez able to get it out of there. Sporting that face mask ever since the first game against Lansing, where he broke his nose in a collision with Alessandro Blanco on Lansing City's 4th goal to go ahead. As this one is deflected off of Crawford and off the post. As Lansing City continue to put the pressure on and put the ball into dangerous areas. This one given away to Gomez. Can he keep it in? No. And it will be a kick in for Lansing City. Mentioned Alessandro Blanco. That's one of the players that is absent tonight for Lansing City that played a big role in that first matchup between these two teams. And also Drew Barney as well. The shot from Kleppel is smacked away by Montez. David Zavala, new player on the scene for Ole this year, at least in FCS play. He was a player that Fabian Rodriguez talked highly of in the early goings, and he has not disappointed. Here he is with it here. Left foot try, and it's off the outside of the goal. Castaneda sends it long. First touch from Fisher. Can't get it over to Saltzman. Actually, it was deflected, so Saltzman will put it into play. Looking for Fisher first time. And couldn't quite get his body turned around enough to send that one on frame. Time ticking and window slowly closing for Lansing to try to get back into this one as a shot from Zavala goes wide. He's got 11 shots on the night, a high percentage on frame. 8 have challenged the goalkeeper tonight or rattled the iron. Gomez up at the halfway line. Esquivel pointing to him, and he'll get it. Now Esquivel with it himself, and he's comfortable to go backwards, trying to stretch this Lansing City defense and use the 2-goal lead to his advantage. Another line change incoming for Ole. Zavala sits and Alayo comes out. Martinez keeps it, finds Gomez. Gomez goes backwards but immediately gets it back. Martinez, the turn, Castaneda meets him. Strike from Alayo, trying to add to his goal tally. Will go high and wide as Lansing City call their timeout of this half. With right around 4 minutes to go. Still sitting on 5 fouls. Ole with 4. So we see the Ole side talk over what their plan is for the next 4 minutes or so. Coming up on FCS Live, 8 p.m. tonight, Detroit Imperial will welcome Shoreline City in what should be a very exciting match and potentially a battle for the 2 seed. Both teams have 2 or 3 more games after this one, but the way the standings are now and how the season could likely go, potentially go, this could be the deciding game, and it happens in Detroit tonight. Also, right after this game, it is the Ole women who will take on the Lansing City women in the second half of the doubleheader. And to finish it out tomorrow, it is 2 p.m. Innovation City will host Jinga for their final home match. That's all coming up this weekend on FCS Live. So Castaneda now puts it into play out of the timeout. Ole with the 7-5 advantage. Heavy pressure from Ole. They win it back. Very comfortable to go backwards and force Lansing to come press. This ball possibly given away. And it looks like Kleppel and Coach Derby are both upset at how that play transpired. Looked like Lito Esquivel was trying to shield off Fisher, and they felt that he was held as the ball comes to him, and he goes down once again. No call. J.R. Real finds Lito in the corner, and it's not there. Lito sprinting over to the bench to get his sub. Kleppel sends it long. And I believe Kleppel was whistled for a 4 count, or maybe the ball was off the line. More likely the second, as Crispin gets around 1, gets around a second. But Real is there to clean it up. And now they could have another one. That's one that Ole capitalized on 9 times out of 10, but this time it got by Alayo. 3 minutes to go. J.R. Real down the sideline and dribbles it out of play. Second line currently out there for Ole. Johan Vasquez, Danny Diaz, J.R. Real, and Cesar Alayo. Real goes backwards all the way to Alayo. Danny tried to give it back to Cesar. Going to get the grip on it. He wanted to. Now fighting for it in the corner. It comes out all the way to Vasquez, who will pass it along to J.R. Real. Gets by Fisher. Ball inside at the near post. Castaneda meets it. Not out of it yet. Real on the second opportunity puts Ole up by 3. After that first try at the near post, was able to get it just to the left of 2 Lansing City defenders and by Castaneda. As you see Real's stats for tonight, a goal and an assist for him. And it looks like Lansing City immediately get it back. Don't count them out yet. Looks like Fisher, or is that Barney? I believe that's Barney. I thought he was absent today. I haven't seen him much, but he gets the second chance opportunity, and now Lansing City not out of it yet. Two goals in 2 minutes is still not an easy task, especially against Ole. But quickly getting back to this. Hey, what could happen here? Barney off the post! Barney off the post! Wow! A 1v keeper opportunity to put this game within reach. Rattles off the iron. Kleppel now tries for the near post. It's not there. Just about 90 seconds for Ole to hold this lead, or for Lansing to try to get something. A nice touch. Gomez will finish it off. On the ball up to Zavala. And Martinez waves goodbye. The follow-up after the try from Zavala. Nice touch as well to get it to him. Gomez is able to clean it up and put this game likely out of reach. Kleppel's space in the inside, blocked by Martinez. Inside again, Crispane trying to turn. Met by Vasquez. Kleppel takes a strike and Zavala deflects it out as we hit 1 minute to go. Cheers from the crowd. Go home Lansing is what they say. And Gamez will put an exclamation point on it as they reach double digits. And Lansing City look like they are spent. Great run from Gamez. Control from Martinez. And they are up 10-6. Martinez whistled for the foul. That will be their 5th foul. So if another foul occurs in this last 43 for either side, it will be a 10-meter penalty. Fisher puts it into the mix. Chris Spain got a touch, but it was blocked before it could challenge Montez. Wow. What a final 2 minutes or so we had after Ole extended the lead to 3. Lansing City got it back quickly to 2. And Ole may not be done yet. Castaneda keeps that one out. But after it was 2 very quickly, Barney had a 1v keeper, rattled the post. And instead of a 1-goal game, at that point, Ole quickly scored another to make it 3. And then a final one just moments ago from Gamez to confirm it. And Ole will remain unbeaten in the Futsal Champions Series. And the fans love what they see as the players shake hands. A wild one in Grand Rapids. A couple of red cards, one that was taken away. A few instances of video support, all within about 5 or 7 minutes of each other. And after all of that, it came down to a moment with about 2 minutes to go when Barney nearly brought Lansing City within 1. Rattles the post, and Ole say no more. And they put 2 more up on the board to win it 10-6. Let's take a look at what these two teams have in store for the rest of the season. Ole, they still have a game against Innovation at home, but other than that, they will be traveling for their final 3 games. Midwest United, Jinga, and Imperial is how they will wrap up their season. So 4 more games for them. And we did get word that the game originally scheduled for this Sunday against Midwest has been postponed. So we will see when that one is played. But that's how Ole will wrap up their season. And for Lansing City, now at 4-4, their final 2 matches. Home against Innovation City and away against Shoreline. That is how they will end their regular season. And that is where we wrap up this broadcast. A reminder of what's to come on FCS Live still this weekend. 8 p.m. tonight, Chris Mendez and Shoreline City travel to Detroit to take on Emerson Mena and Detroit Imperial for a battle for the number 2 spot. Imperial at 5-2 and Shoreline City at 4-1-1. If Shoreline win, they take the prime position of the number 2 seed, sending Imperial to 3 losses. But with a win, Imperial maintain number 2 in the standings and will have the upper hand against Shoreline should it come down to a tie later on in the year. And right here in Grand Rapids, the Lansing City women will take on the Ole women in the second half of the doubleheader. That first one, it was the first game of the FCS women's division back on November 14th or 15th. Lansing City surprised by being quite competitive with the seasoned Ole, with a couple of national team call-up players on their squad. Ended up losing 6-3 as Ole ran away with it in the second half. And that's to come right after this. And wrapping up the weekend, 2 p.m. tomorrow, Innovation City hosting Jinga FS in the final home game for Akron. And that's how this one ends. Ole 10, Lansing City 6. And to wrap up this broadcast, we are going to send you to our highlights crew and show you the best of what you saw today. And if you're heading out, thank you for tuning in. If you're going to tune into the women's match or the Detroit and Shoreline, we'll see you for that one. This is Jared Kleppel signing off for FCS Live. Good night.